Are you bored of spending every single day rotting in bed, waiting for tomorrow with the impending doom that all your time is running out and you're never going to get any of your dreams from last year done? Well then, I made this video just for you so that you can have some creative and productive hobbies that are very low maintenance for lazy people like me. I'm back. Okay, I'm just gonna say it in case nobody else today does. 2024 out, 2025 in. You have no idea how excited I am to be back. I can't even begin to explain it to you. I missed you so much. I've missed my little online community. I've been like so desperate to get back at it. But guys, like this year, like I watched the video that I made this time last year. Who is she? Like I don't even recognize her. She's so like grumpers. She's a bit grumper. She's a bit miserable. This year has been like quite a big one for me. I've changed so freaking much. I got a first, I graduated, I work with kids, spent time with the Lord, I went to the Brits, I went on some really cool holidays, I met some really cool people. Love you guys. That's me recap, that's my 2024 wrapped. And we hit 1 million on Instagram, and then I stopped hitting 1 million on Instagram because I took some time off. What is the point of hobbies? Well, stupid question. I have nothing to do. And I'm sure a lot of you, now that TikTok is being banned all over America, are in the same position as me. We spend so much time indoors and it's just really a good idea for you guys to get off your phone and stop being miserable and grumpy and staying in bed all day. Been there. I've got your back. I'm going to go through, I think I've got 15 ideas that I want to pick up this year for my little hobby time when I'm not working and I'm all home alone and bored and sad. I really hope that it gets you inspired to go and do something and not spend all your time in bed. Although I do love my bed, there's nothing wrong with the bed. I feel like you cannot be a Pinterest girl if you haven't done clay crafting. There is so much you can make. You can make anything from jewellery dishes, gifts, little figurines. Here is my Pinterest board. Tell me right now that clay crafting is lame. You cannot. All the evidence is stacked against you. Clay crafting is very, very cool. Here's like something I made as a gift. It's a little camera. You can put photos inside it. Spent an afternoon making this and literally my heart felt so full. My favorite type of clay is probably air dry clay because I am super duper lazy. So I don't like the whole idea of putting it in the oven and like waiting 10 minutes. Who has 10 minutes when you could just put it on the side for 24 hours? Making your own clothes. I've really been enjoying sewing this year and there's so many ideas in my head of clothes that I want that like literally don't exist. I've looked everywhere or I found something online and it's too expensive and I just think I want to make that myself. Here's a great idea that you can do by yourself with very little skill, which is painting on your t-shirts. So inexpensive. All that you need is an old t-shirt and some fabric paint. There's so many cute designs that you can do and then you're wearing something that nobody else in the whole world has. I love this hobby because it's so unique and it brings fashion and art together. So, one of my favorite accounts on Instagram is called Otherhound and he writes poetry. I always thought poetry was a little bit sad and a little bit lame until I came across this guy on Instagram and oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with him. You cannot convince me that poetry isn't cool. Poetry is basically journaling when you don't feel like journaling and I love journaling, but sometimes our emotions are just too heavy to sit down and write exactly how we feel. As a creative person, you can relate to this. I love books and literature and soppy things, so me and poetry have really got on this year. Like I said, I was in the dumps. It's literally free. You can do it from your bed. All you need is a nice little notebook. I would totally recommend it to you because it just feels like you can vent all of your emotions that you can't usually tell other people because they would think you're crazy. If you read my diary, you would actually think I'm insane. But I actually write a lot of poetry on my notes app. The Girls Notes app, if you know, it should be like my shopping list and then like reasons why I should carry on living. Anyway, I write stuff on the train. I write stuff when I'm feeling inspired, if I'm on a walk, literally wherever I am. If I have a thought that comes into my head, I just write it down. Before you judge it, because I know you're judging it, just give it a try. Making tiny gifts for people. I made a resolution last year that I never wanted to see my friends empty-handed, so I would always buy them something if it was a sweet treat, some drinks, or make them a cute little Flowers. I just turned trash into a cute little gift idea completely for free. It's just so lovely to welcome someone into your home by giving them a little something. Here's how I made it. I think it's so nice to share a bit of love with your friends by giving them a gift, especially if it's free and at no cost to you. Super relaxing, super joyous. I think photography has become so self-centered. I have a friend that does film photography, and the way that he does it makes me so excited because he never takes pictures of himself and his whole Instagram account is just POV. So I'm saying we should bring back POV photography. This could be taking pictures of nature, candid, incognito things in your day, that low-key life where we're not going out to take premeditated Instagram pictures that are picture perfect. Although I love those things, one thing that I would love to do is have an Instagram account dedicated to simple life photography, specifically loving film cameras recently. I love the vintage effect. They just look straight out of Pinterest. Write a song. If you're already a creative thinker, you've probably got lots of lyrics floating around in your head. A great thing to do then is to put your poetry into a tune. Last year in my hobbies video, I said a great thing to do is learn an instrument, and I still stand by that. And so I spent a lot of time learning guitar this year. Not saying I'm any good at it, I actually kind of suck. You guys were all asking me if I actually did any of my hobbies. I did. I spent the whole year trying to learn guitar, trying. I have that Giga Chad Sigma mindset. I locked in, I started learning, I got lessons, I self-taught, I'm getting there. But writing songs is such a great way to release your emotions. Songwriting can be seen as really difficult, but honestly, you can start out with just 4 chords. My songs will never see the light of day, but I just think it's such a cute idea that you can film them, keep them to yourself, and then look back at them in 10 years, kind of like a journal. Self-improvement hobbies. Who said self-improvement wasn't creative AF? And what I mean by this is hobbies that are designed to build your confidence up. Reading, journaling, getting involved in a community, walking, praying, and practicing gratitude. I do read every single morning, and it just really centers me into a place where I'm starting my day on the right foot, gets me in the game, gets my mojo back. Humans are intrinsically designed to devote themselves to something, and so we should devote ourselves to something that's actually making us a kinder, better, and more mature person. You can even do this through creative means like painting. I have tried to specifically paint more positive things this year. My art's gone from being gloomy doomy to pretty happy. And although I love crafts and I love hobbies, making sure that you're doing them to better yourself and your spirit and focus on things that are positive and good for you is so much more rewarding and fulfilling than just focusing on all depressing types of art if you can. Start a business from your hobby. I love this one because I've actually done it, and you don't need some fantastic product in order to do it. Me and a bunch of artists that I know have all started selling our prints over the last few years, and mine did so good. I can't believe it, and obviously I thank you guys so much for that. If you do have a craft and you're making a product, jewellery or art, try selling it. You get to design the packaging, the product, the website, and all you really need is an Etsy shop, which is so inexpensive. This is just what I do, and if you do want to buy from me, I do have an Etsy shop here, I just find it so fun. I feel like such a girl boss. If you're bored and you want a hobby that actually can make you money, filmmaking. I've seen some really beautiful movies made online that I spend my evenings watching and getting really inspired by. You don't really need fancy equipment. I've seen so many Instagram accounts just making short movies and stuff, and all they use is a kind of semi-affordable camera. You can honestly use a really easy editing software like CapCut. I actually had the pleasure of being involved in my sister's film, and I got to go on set with her, and I just realised how fun and also doable it is to make a short film with you and a bunch of friends. If you have a creative friend group, I think it's such a good bonding experience that you can all enjoy together and then have a beautiful piece of art at the end. Unfortunately, my camera equipment is being a big pile of poo. I don't know how to use a camera, I'm just a girl. A really fun hobby that I want to pick up this year is jewellery making. I saw so many small businesses online making the most beautiful gorgeous, sensational pieces of jewellery that you just can't buy in the store. Rose necklaces, tiaras. This is a hobby that has excited me so much. I feel so inspired. I love jewellery. The next one is hosting parties. This is such a fun seasonal hobby to do. Do not underrate hosting parties for your friends. I've thrown quite a few parties now this year, and it's just brought me so much joy, because a lot of the hobbies that I've told you guys before are all to do by yourself, but it's so important that we have hobbies to share with our friends. I've even had craft nights with my friends where we've made like pipe cleaner things, or we've decorated cupcakes together. Candle making. I've actually never tried this, but I have sculpted with candles. It's a very interesting hobby. I found it really, truly stressful. If you've ever tried candle making, please let me know how to make it literally not want to blow my whole head off, because it is so fiddly. The wax just gets everywhere, and there's wax all over my table, wax all over my clothes. I'm not really selling this one to you, I'm so sorry. But candle making is such an aesthetic hobby, apparently. Finally, pottery. I said this last year.
Girl, I don't want clay under my nails.
But I've changed my mind. I do want to do full-on pottery. One of my new favourite Instagram accounts is Soooo, also known as Grumpy Kid Studios. She made the best pottery in the whole world. I love watching her videos where she slaps down a lump of clay and just molds it into something beautiful like a mug. I have made mugs before. Here is an example of one of my mugs that I've made. She's kind of cute, but I would love to get into this hobby. The only difficulty is you do need a kiln, and they are very expensive, and I don't know where to get a kiln from. I've heard that you can go to your local pottery studio and ask to use their kiln. I think I'm going to plan to do that. Look at these little mugs. Sorry, that could be me. That could be me making a little mug.
Feels like I'm about to kiss you, because you're so cute like that.
There you go. Okay. I'm hoping I come back to YouTube a little bit this year. We'll see. That might be one of my hobbies. I'm so happy to be back for you guys. I really hope you loved this video. I hope I inspired you a little bit to get the heck out of bed. Literally, why are you still in bed? I finished the video now. Get up, go start a hobby. I love you so much. Thank you for being here.